Welcome back to the show. Now we're getting to our Benjamin Button review. And to start with the overview, this is a 2008 fantasy romantic drama film directed by David Fincher. Film stars Brad Pitt as a man who ages in reverse and Cate Blanchett as the love interest throughout his life. The film also stars Taraji P. Henson, Julia Ormond, Elias Koteas. It had a budget of $150 to $167 million and brought in $335.8 million to the box office. This film also received 13 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor. Also had an 80% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. And looking back at this film, and obviously, you know, this being one where Brad Pitt really shows his range, shows his versatility in it. Cate Blanchett has an incredible performance as well. What were kind of your initial thoughts on a movie that has such a different premise than ones we're used to seeing, and one where we're really seeing like a full story being told in reverse?
And let's put some respect on David Fincher's name as a director. Man. Seven, Zodiac, Social Network, and then Gone Girl, which 4 good films. Zodiac was good. Seven was really, really good. Denzel Washington passed on that. And then Social Network I still like. And then Gone Girl was just a phenomenal film that, you know, glued you to the seats. But for this, it was like, I remember the day we watched it, and I think this is one of the most referenced non-comedic films. Benjamin Button disease. A lot of rappers, a lot of just normal people have referenced this movie so many times. And man, it's such a great cast. Just besides Brad Pitt and Cate Blanchett, you got Elizabeth Abbott, you have Taraji P. Henson, who's a phenomenal actress who did a phenomenal job in this film. She did a great job. But
Mahershala Ali.
Mahershala Ali. Yeah. All them. I'm glad you did say that. Let me put some respect on that too. Put respect on his name because this was early, but he blew up. But man, this is one of every time it's on, I watch it. It's on the long side, but you're glued to it still because hey man, this how is this even possible? But it's so dope. Right. It's so good. It's such good writing, man. It's such good writing. It was really dope, man. This is I like jumping ahead, and I don't know why.
For movies like this, it's one that you want to, because I was about to say the writing for a movie like this and a premise like this, it has to be on point. It has to be something that is done at an exceptional level. Like how important do you think that was for David Fincher and the crew to really put together a premise? Obviously, it's a very different one, but also the writing, it had to be at the focal point of what they did.
Oh, absolutely. Because with this, you have to have good dialogue. You have to have character development for this type of film, because sci-fi fiction, F. Scott Fitzgerald, I think he wrote this or something like that. I think it's off a book or something. But with these movies like Twilight, like Lord of the Rings, like Hobbit, and Harry Potter, with these films, you got to have good dialogue, and it has to have character development. You have to be glued to it. And I think they did a phenomenal job developing all these characters, moving the storyline in a way that was a good pace where you didn't get bored with it, but you were still in tune with it, and you wanted to see what happened next to him. And I think that's the beauty of writing, to keep people engaged. And with this type of sci-fi, this type of fiction type of movie, you have to keep people engaged. You have to have people wanting to care about what happens next. And I think they did a good job doing that.
Definitely. And now getting to our first topic, from 1 to 4 stars, what would you give it? I would go with 4, because I think this was a very well-crafted movie that isn't just visually interesting, but also it tells a complete story. It's one of those films, like you said, like when it's on, you want to go back and revisit it. And it had been a while since I had watched it, but watching it again, I was like, man, this really is a movie that has stood the test of time. Like a metric that we always talk about, how is it going to age? And it's able to do that very well, very efficiently. And just like you said, it wasn't just one where it was just Brad Pitt and Cate Blanchett. Other supporting actors as well were upholding it, bolstering it the way it needed to be done. To you, from 1 to 4 stars, what would you give it?
Definitely 4 stars. Like you said, Brad Pitt, we see him in a different light, more of a soft film, because we've seen Seven, you have Fight Club, in all these other films that he was like, crazy in his younger acting career. And then you get this one. It's more like a family film. Obviously not a family film, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's more of a light film, not as egregious as Seven. Yeah, lighthearted. Obviously not a family because I think it was rated R if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. But you know, some I watched rated R films with my parents. I don't know. But it wasn't terrible. Yeah, they still love us, by the way. We watch rated R film, but they loved us. I promise you they loved us. But just seeing Brad Pitt in a different light, being able to see Cate Blanchett in a different light, and then Elizabeth Abbott, who has played so many great roles from Family, from Chronicles of Narnia, so she's well versed in fiction and sci-fi. Obviously, she played in Doctor Strange. She was the the Supreme one or something like that. So her being in this, I thought what a great pickup. Like what a great pickup because this is her lane and she's gonna bring out the character. But yeah, man, definitely 4 stars. They did a great job casting this. Great job with the script. Great job shooting it. Great job keeping the viewer engaged and caring about what happens next.
And it was shot the way you wanted it to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely was shot very well. Absolutely. And now getting to our second topic, you know, favorite character. It's so hard for me to not go with Benjamin because he's such a. It's so fascinating to see the development, the developmental process in terms of what Brad Pitt was able to do, how he was able to adjust being, old at the beginning, then age to be a lot younger in reverse. It was so fascinating to see that type of performance take place and just see the attention to detail, because I think this is one of Brad Pitt's, most revered performances, and looking overall at it, the degree of difficulty was so high, and he was able to execute it just exceptionally well. To you overall, who's your favorite character?
It's hard to go again, Benjamin Button, but I'm gonna go with Daisy. I'm gonna go with Cate Blanchett's character. The way, Nah. Benjamin Button is my favorite character.
It's hard to make a case.
To be able to, orchestrate life and deal with this reversal, almost getting, killed, gave it away, and then you meet your father, and then it's just you travel the world, you have this life. It's like he lived a full life, even though it was backwards. Like I feel like that's beautiful. A lot of people still don't live their life moving forward. And him having to reverse age and do all these things and be able to still live life, I thought it was really dope, man. I wouldn't want to live that way. I don't want to be old first and then young and then die as a baby. Nah, I don't want that. But his characters. Daisy is a close second, but Benjamin Button is definitely, that's the favorite character. He obviously makes the movie.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. And I'll get into most memorable scenes I had introducing Benjamin. Also, I thought I was like everyone else. The Tent Revival, Under the Table, Never Had a Woman, I Came Home, Daisy Returns, and finally Meeting in the Middle. To you overall, what were some of your favorite scenes? The Tent Revival, that was definitely a very, very memorable one. Meeting in the Middle, for sure.
Absolutely.
What were kind of some of your picks in this one?
My favorite sequence of the entire movie, when he was explaining with the voiceover with Brad Pitt, with Benjamin Button, explaining how Daisy got in that car accident. Well, got hit by the car. Obviously, her dancing career was over.
Yeah.
She had to go through a whole bunch of stuff, but just that sequence of shooting and explaining, just a split second. Football, they say it's the game of inches.
Yeah.
And life is just the game of seconds, moments. And if they would have did this differently, if they didn't took this long, or they would have hurried up, maybe she wouldn't have been hit. And I thought that was a beautiful sequence, beautiful writing. I was like, yeah, that's one of the most memorable scenes I have to this day. Her just dancing effortless, and then boom, life changes.
That quick.
Super fast, super quick. Yeah, super quick. And I thought that was my most memorable one. And then obviously him being a baby and her taking care of him, and then her telling her daughter the story. I thought those sequences, those scenes were really dope to be able to, hey, your dad with that baby we had. I don't believe you, mama. No, babe, I'm telling you the truth. Hit a facts. Here you go. So that scene in the hospital, and then it's storming, and then she's telling his story, but that was the best scene. When he's describing how if this would have took, or somebody would did this or whatever, she never got hit by the car.
Man, that whole sequence, bro, is like you said, it's one that, like, if she wasn't doing it at this point, if it was done a little earlier, that them bringing that to life about how fragile life is, and that's really how the point and the premise. I think if David Fincher, if he didn't say that verbally, I definitely think he was doing it the way he directed and put it.
Hey, Wellington, you got away with words, brother. No, I'm serious. That really summed up exactly what I should have said. But then last week you said what it was, a no huddle
offense. This it was a no huddle.
Yeah, bro. To this day, fire, bro. Solid. I
was rewatching the clips and I was like, "Hey, can you say that again for me? Can you say that again?"
Hey, bro, that was genuine. I was like, "Oh my goodness, no huddle offense." This, bro, you gotta get a shirt made, bro. I'm telling you.
No
these things that yes, bro. The things that we say on this podcast, bro. We have to.
Man. Hey, this summer
I know somebody give us some shirts, bro.
Got a crazy.
I know somebody gives some shirts. You gonna get Wellington's Y Zone. I'm gonna get Savon's Corner. We're gonna wear them to the podcast, and then no huddle offense. This, bro.
That's listeners, fire, stay tuned. This summer is about to be crazy. This summer's about to be.
That's fire. I want to give you your flowers, bro. And then what you just said just summed up how yeah, man. Wellington's Y Zone, bro. How you gonna be wise? You ain't even 30 yet.
I know, right, man? Because hey, guys, I'm 27, still single,
young buck,
still making it through life. So not 30 yet. Not 30 yet.
Not 30 yet. Don't get 30 yet. Don't get 30
bro. Yet. And then I'm looking at Trinity, but they're growing up. I'm like,
oh my goodness, having nieces and nephews will grow you up a little more.
Insane.
You got gray hair yet? I hope you don't got no gray hair yet.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Fully black. Whoa. Still fully jet black. Still fully jet black.
Oh, what's coming?
Pump it up. Pump it down.
I'll pump it down. Oh, it's coming, buddy.
I know. It's going to be that one random morning. I'm looking through. Oh, shoot. Savon's Corner was right.
We're not even saying our fools' names anymore. We're saying the Savon's Corner, Wellington's Y Zone. WWW.
I'm going to say this, listeners. That moment changed the trajectory of this podcast when I came up with Savon's Corner and Wellington's Y Zone.
Absolutely.
Now we're going to have shirt.
Hey, man. I was not with it at first. I'm not going to lie to you. We supposed to be talking about Benjamin Button when we gonna get to that.
Anyways,
I was like, no. I was like, Savon's Corner, like, nah, bro. I don't think that should be. And then you came with Wellington's Y Zone, which made me feel much better. I was like, okay.
Because I was giving it a few weeks before I was like, okay, I got to come up with mine too. Because I gave him his, but now I was thinking, I was in the lab.
Wellington's Y Zone. That's like that. I like that. Definitely on the bandwagon.
And now get to most memorable quotes I had. You can be as mad as a dog at the way things went for Benjamin Button. Also, our lives are defined by opportunities, even the ones we miss. Also, we realize what changes you. Benjamin, we're meant to lose the people we love. Also, it's funny how sometimes the people we remember the least make the greatest impression. Then finally, I want to remember us just as we are now. The one where it says, sometimes the people we remember the least make the greatest impression, bro. That is
another one.
That is so spot on. Looking back at these though, or kind of maybe one or two your memorable quotes for this one.
Oh, it's funny that thing about coming home looks the same, smells the same, feels the same. You realize what's changed is you. Oh my goodness, that was such a fire quote. And then the other one, last one. I was thinking how nothing lasts and what a shame that is. She said, and Daisy said, some things last. And there's so many good quotes in this movie, man. And that attests to how good the writing is. Because in some movies, you have like a few like one-liners here and there. But this had like a lot, and the dialogue was really, really good in this film. But you said it's a bunch of them, but it was a lot of A lot of good quotes, a lot of good washcoms in this film. Yeah, I want to remember you, us just are we now. Yeah. That's another good one.
I want to say this though. Before we move on though, hey, Benjamin Button has some stiff competition. Because in 2008, it was No Country for Old Men and There Will Be Blood, bro. That's a tough year. That's a tough year for anybody to compete again. Because those, I still rewatch No Country for Old Men like
absolutely. Absolutely.
Javier Bardem, man, masterclass for ages, bro. That's incredible.
One of the best villains, best psychotic people. Like, bro, like he played that. He played that role too good, man.
Too good. Some villains take it. I'm like, hold up. Why can't you play that good? Too good. Play that role too good, man.
He was like, you know how crazy you sound? He was like, this moment? He was like, no, talk about you. He was like, oh. And then it was just like, he just disconnected. Like, he just disconnected fully. Like, oh, you talking about crazy. I am. If you follow the rule that you follow, leads you to the point. How good is it at the Hey man, he played a great villain, and in Bond too. Like he played a great villain in Bond.
For sure.
Hey man, he's a good actor. I just didn't like him in Dune. I didn't like Dune.
Oh no! Now he's always got to bring it around. He's got to bring it around to Dune Part 2. Hey, the movie of the year. Still, I'm still waiting for it to be dethroned. I don't know what's going to dethrone it. I'm waiting. I am fully waiting for
what's going to dethrone.
What's going to dethrone Dune Part 2? Yeah, what's going to dethrone it? Is it
Deadpool?
Oh yeah.
It doesn't really have to. It don't really have to dethrone it. Kung Fu Panda dethroned it. What do you mean?
Don't throw your Kung Fu Panda propaganda.
Propaganda. Look at the numbers, bro.
I'm not talking about the numbers. I'm talking about the quality. I'm not talking about the numbers. I'm talking about the quality. My goodness. Over at Y Zone.
Quality.
About the quality.
Kung Fu Panda was a better film than Done too, and it was more good fight scenes in Kung Fu Panda than it was Martin.
I might check it out. I might watch it.
You haven't seen Kung Fu Panda 4?
No, I haven't.
Bro, you're weak. You're not wise then, brother. You are sleeping. They put some respect on Poe's name this film. Yeah, it was dope. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll see.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Dune
bro.
Part 2. I went to see Dune Part 2 back to back night. Saturday night.
You went twice to see a film
I went
that
to see
took an hour to get into?
Yes, I went to Saturday night for one group and then Sunday night with the fam. So,
ladies and gentlemen, does this sound wise to y'all? That boy went to see a film back to back. It wasn't like it was like Batman or when WatchCon first came out. What's the I saw that movie like 5-10 times. The first Avengers came out. I seen that so many times in the movie. I went back and saw it like 5 times, bro. It ain't one of those. Come on now. You went to see Dune Part 2, a 5-hour movie that took 2 hours to get into.
Back nights. Back to back.
That was a documentary, bro. That was a documentary about how Earth used to be.
Earth used to be. He hates this movie so much. But the hate will not deter. The hate will not deter how much I love that.
Hey man. I respect it, I guess. I don't know what
He said, I guess. I mean, I guess. If that's what you want to do.
Man,
that's what you want to do.
If that's what you like. You know?
That's just...
Hey, no. What's that rap group? I got Steve's, homie. Remember that rap group? I've been trying to... Bro. What's their name? And I couldn't find... I put Steve's in YouTube and couldn't find... I thought
We're doing live research on Steve's.
And we supposed to be talking about the movie. It's okay, though. This is why they listen to us. It's okay. Bro, what's their name? I got Steve's, homie. Because he had a Reese's Pieces line in one of the songs, and it was so fire you set it up. What's that group name? Because they was dressing like they was in the 1920s. You remember that?
They really were.
Man, it's going to irk me. I've been trying to find them. Tyler should know.
He should know that, but I cannot find. Used to be.
I used to listen to them all the time. It was the husband and the wife, and then the white boy. Literally, that was the group.
That's what
the husband and wife and the white dude, just random. Okay.
All right.
I'll try.
But we will we will find it eventually post game. But getting into kind of what did you like the most about the storyline? To me, I really did like the fact that how the moments of life, the different connections you have that you least expect to be impactful are impactful. I think Benjamin Button said that countless times about, man, the things I didn't, the people I expected to not really connect with, I ended up really connecting with and remembered the most. And sometimes even in life that's the way it can be. Like to you, what particular element of this storyline did you kind of like the most?
What's going on there? I don't know. My phone just did some weird stuff. What I liked about the storyline was, again, how he still lived by moving backwards. And that they gave you within the film by shooting, not saying it, verbally, but giving you how precious life is.
Yes.
And how you can't take life for granted. And that if a person who can age backwards can still live and experience life, how can you experience life moving forward? How can you let something stop you from living life? That's what I got gained from the movie. Bro, this is a good film. Now,
good film.
Coming out in 2008, was it better than No Country for Old Men?
Absolutely. That's the competition, man.
We're not saying that, but it's definitely a good film. It's definitely something that you will like, and you will get different things from every time you watch it. And you're gonna watch it every time it's on.
Yeah, it's not one you're gonna keep flipping the channel. It's one you're really gonna zero in when it's on, and that's the attributes of what a great film is, and that's what it's been able to do. Getting to our last topic, 10 years from now, do you still think it'll be watchable and intriguing? It's definitely past that threshold in so many different ways. It's so different of a film that you're used that people are used to seeing. And I think it's going to be one that's remembered for a long time because of not just the fact that it's a great film, but it has one that has so many like life principles and life just relatable factors in terms of just like, okay, how do you want to remember your life? How do you want to live your life? The people you actually remember the most, the people that are valuable to keep around, and all those pieces in it just, I think, assemble to make a really memorable movie. To you, what do you think will make this kind of a watchable and intriguing movie another decade from now?
Just the elements of it and being able to be glued to it, to something like this, because like just hearing it, reading it, I would not be glued to this. This has to be a visual thing, and they made this so beautiful. How it was shot, the storyline, the plot, the whole entire thing. It made you, in my eyes and to myself, view life a bit differently and not take life for granted. Because one, the things, your dreams that you hold dear and your aspirations can change in a blink of an eye, and you have to find a way to relive, because she had to find a way to relive. He had to find a way to relive. So it was so many just adjusting to life and what life brings and throws at you. And I think that's rewatchable anywhere. Like you want to watch something else to teach you, like, it doesn't matter what, perseverance is it needs to be a focal point in your principles and what you go throughout life. So
absolutely,
definitely rewatchable.
For sure. David, what is David Fincher's best film? I still gotta go fight.
Wait, who?
To you, like, who is what would you say is David Fincher's best film?
Who did you go with? What movie did you go with?
I'm still. There's so many.
I thought you said something.
Because Zodiac, I really like Zodiac. I like Fight Club. I like Fight Club a lot. Zodiac, I like.
He did do Fight Club.
Yeah, he did Fight Club.
Oh my! Because he did it right after 7, right? No, he did it before 7.
Because I'm right in the mix. I'm right between Fight Club and 7.
Yeah, Fight Club is my favorite one. Oh, ooh, Gone Girl is a good one too, though.
That's why I'm just so good. There's so many. I'm like, do I say this one? Do I say that one? It's just so many good ones.
Ooh, that's tough, bro.
He's got a stacked catalog. He's got a stack.
Yeah, again, we gotta put some respect. I forgot he did Fight Club. Man, Fight Club. And we review Fight Club. Really, every time Fight Club is on, and then Fight Club, and then Gone Girl for me. And then Seven.
We haven't reviewed Gone Girl, actually. We got to review Gone Girl.
We haven't reviewed Gone Girl?
No.
Oh, yeah, that has to change.
Yeah, that's definitely got to change.
That's a good movie. That's one of, I almost said his counterpart. That's one of Ben Affleck's best movies outside of town. Gone Girl is a good film. Really show his range in that film. Yeah, we gotta do Gone Girl now, man.
Absolutely.
We didn't spoke it up.
Well, that wraps it up for tonight. I'm your host, Wendy Burns. I'm my counterpart, Savon Morris. This has been Full Scope. See you later.